Should be live relatively soon here. All right, what's going on? Testing. See how the audio is, or how the audio is coming in, because it can be a little bit odd sometimes, and how bad the lag is. Let's go pull up the stream on my phone here because I can do that. I think. Can I? I think I have to sign into a different YouTube account. Okay, no, here we go. I'm gonna watch the stream, so it's gonna be me watching the stream to see if it works.
I think I have to sign into a different YouTube account. Okay, no, here we go.
Okay, we're good. The audio works just fine. All right, give me a second here. Hey, Ash Chew. By the way, I want to give a shout out to the Bone Club, Ash Chew, Prestigious PG, everyone there, Gustavo, all the guys, Thomas, everyone. So shout out to them. They've been my loyal supporters for so long, and they're really awesome. And I just go support them. They have Prestigious PG has a YouTube channel. So go check that out too. I'll try to find the link here in a second. I'm just trying to get something done. All right, sorry about this. Streaming. We're just waiting for a few more people here. Streaming on the tube. On the tube. That's what we're gonna call it. Streaming on the tube. All right. So I guess we'll just go ahead and get started here. So hello, Steamers, YouTubers, Pokemon fans, Dragon Ball. Wow, I haven't said that in so long. It feels weird. I haven't said that opening in so long. So I'm not gonna go too much into a lot of things because I just released another video. I just uploaded another video, and that video is going to be that video explains a lot of stuff, and I don't want to go over and explain everything over again. But yeah, hello, I'm back. We have a lot of things planned for the future, but one thing that this live stream is for is specifically to go over how we're starting this new project, and then to see how that project ties in with UWTFC. I can never say it right. I can spell it right. I can't say it right. Universe Warriors, the final chapters. So if you have watched any of the recent videos on my channel, you will know that there are two new projects coming out. One of them is called Spider Queen, The Battle of Fire and Ice, The Origins, and one of them is called Spider Queen, The Series. And if you remember back when we did Universe Warriors, the final chapters, the sort of overview title of that whole series was called Spider Queen, and it was sort of like wrapping up that series. And now we're going back and we're going to do the entire origin story. So back from when Mike and Spider Queen are just kids all the way up through their adulthood, up to obviously where it ended in Universe Warriors, the final chapters. But what this video is about is sort of explaining how Universe Warriors, the final chapters, and what it was is non-canon and doesn't actually exist and doesn't matter in the storyline anymore. And basically that's because I made Universe Warriors, the final chapters last spring, and I made that sort of as a memento to myself. And so basically I was moving on from a major part in my life where I had been writing these stories and I had been coming up with these characters, and there's so much was changing in my life at the end of last spring, I decided I wanted to do something as memento. So for that, I made the Universe Warriors, the final chapters series, and I did that from January to May. And it was really crunched out, and it wasn't as good as I wished it was, but I had a lot of fun doing it. And in Universe Warriors, the final chapters, not only was I wrapping up this series that I had been writing and that I was in love with for so long, I also wanted to sort of give shout outs to the games, the shows, the things that really just stayed with me over the years. And I decided that I was going to add those into Universe Warriors, the final chapters. So if you remember in the first, I think it was 4 episodes of Universe Warriors, the final chapters, it really focused on a lot more other stories than it did on the core series, the core story. For example, the prologue went on and on and on and on and on about all this other stuff that wasn't actually part of my own story, but was just stuff that really meant a lot to me, and I wanted to add that into my memento. One big example of this was that Myken lived in Iceberg City, which was on the Pokemon planet. Obviously, I didn't make Pokemon. Pokemon's not part of my story, not part of my universe, but since Pokemon was such a major part of my life, I wanted to have that memento and sort of really just, as I'm moving on and going forward, I wanted to have that memento and add that into the story. So obviously that doesn't actually exist in the Spider Queen universe. The Pokemon world doesn't, because Pokemon is not my own thing. I just had that in there as a shout out. And like, I think there were parts where like Goku and Vegeta were like training, and there was a perfect cell was made an appearance in the first episode, and that was all strictly just as a way to sort of say thank you to these things that helped me get so far and the things that I loved so much. And then in the later parts of the episodes, later of the series, it focused more on the actual core story of Universe Warriors final chapters, which was fighting Cacnai and fighting Daragon. And even Cacnai didn't really have a big part in it, and that was strictly just because of time. Now, the major thing that I'm here to do today is I'm here to do a live reading. And that is strictly because episode 11 of Universe Warriors, the final chapters, was uploaded about 2 months after the rest of the season had been done. It was very much made after the crunch time from January to May. I think it came out in like August. And it wasn't that we didn't have the script done. It was just that we didn't have the time or the resources to do it. And then I decided, okay, we'll just come back and we'll do episode 11. We'll do the final. We'll just that thing, because we kind of ended episode 10 was kind of a bad ending. It was just like, oh, Maiken blew up. It's the end. And that was literally the ending. So it was like, we got to get out this final episode. And we did. So episode 11, and it went through a couple different name changes. And if you actually listened to episode 10, at the very end of episode 10, it calls the episode something completely different than what the actual episode was called. I think it was like, It's Time to Wake Up, Maiken. The final showdown was what we said in that episode. And then the actual episode name was Best Wishes Everyone Until We Meet Again. And that was what the published episode title was. And the episode in itself was not very long. I mean, it was 19 minutes long. It was one of the longer episodes, but the actual like story part of the episode was only like 5 minutes long. And the other 14 minutes was just sort of like a recap of the whole series and the credits and saying goodbye. But there was a major scene that we had to cut out from Universe Warriors final chapters, the final episode 11. We had to cut out a major scene. And in film, that's called killing your babies. I'm not making up that term. That is a real term, and it's kind of gruesome. But it's basically when a scene is either too costly or you don't have the resources or to produce the scene, so you just have to cut it from the project. And it can be really hard for the writers, for the directors, the producers, and the actors who worked hard on this to have to be like, okay, now we have to cut something that we worked hard on, and it's difficult. And there was a major scene that was cut from the ending of episode 11. This is actually the script of episode 11. And it was the very last scene was cut. So if you remember from way back from the finale, if you watched it, it ended with Flera sort of looking off into the distance, and he looks up and he goes, you're still alive out. I know you're alive out there, or something like that, wherever you are, Maiken. And it just sort of ends like that, and it goes right into recap. But there was a scene after that. And sort of that last Flera scene actually indicated that next scene. I never cut that Flera line out. Even when we cut the scene, I kind of left it in there because I thought it was a dramatic end. And then after the credits of the final, there was a screen that ended with "Next Time, the New Beginning." And that was because in that next scene, there was sort of like, we played around with maybe bringing the series back if we wanted to, but it wouldn't be focused on Maiken's life anymore. It would now be focused on Glacia, his daughter. But we had to cut this whole scene, and the episode didn't end very happy. But with the scene that we cut, it would have made the episode have a happy ending. And the reason that we cut the scene was because, unlike the rest of the episode, where it was an audio drama format, it was going to be an filmed scene. It was going to be an actual filmed scene. And it's expensive to do a film scene, but we had the actors lined up, we had the studio lined up, we had the props, we had everything lined up. We just couldn't get the time to do it. And that was really a bummer to me, because I had wrote this whole final, just beautiful scene that was going to be filmed. And it was between Maiken and Asuka, and they were both in the afterlife. And it was just a beautiful scene, and we had to cut it. So I wanted to do a live reading of episode 11 of the actual script, so people could actually sort of get the actual ending of what the story was. Now, this story is not necessarily going to exist in the actual Spider Queen series anymore. The Cacnai, the Daragon part, the whole ending of Universe Warriors, the final chapters, definitely will. with Myken sacrificing his life, blowing himself up to destroy Daragon. That's definitely going to be how it ends. But most of the Universe Warriors final chapters isn't going to actually exist. But that'd be a long time from now. So I'm just going to read this script to the best of my ability to see if I can remember some of these character voices. It's been a long time. It's been what? A year since I've done some of these voices. So let me get my old man glasses on here because I cannot read anymore. And I'm gonna have some fun with this. I haven't done a live reading in a very long time. And Universe Warriors was just fun. It was fun. So let's see if I can get the whole thing right. So we have episode 11, Best Wishes, Until We Meet Again, classified. Obviously, we're not going to have the music or the sound effects in the background, which is going to make this a lot worse than it actually is. So bear with me here. Let's see. How did I originally... Sorry. How did I originally start these episodes? That's right. We had the narrator, not even the narrator. I don't even know who this character was. It was some creepy voice that I had made up that was just sort of introducing, and it was like, Iceberg City Productions presents Universe Warriors, the final chapters, recorded at Iceberg City Studios, with additional recording at Anchor Studios. Universe Warriors, the final chapters, the finale. I think that was the voice that I did for that. Man, it's been a really long time. So then, if you've never seen really what an audio strip looks like, we just sort of have like the music, the sound effects, the scenes, and then we have numbered lines, and it keeps going. Just in case you were curious, I don't know if you were. So we start off with the narrator. If I can do the narrator voice or not. Previously on Universe Warriors, the final chapters. Wow, I'm really getting a lot of pop from the mic right now. Can I turn down the gain? I don't know. All right, and then we go into Myken going, Myken screaming because he's blowing himself up. And then Bakashi, I can't let him do this. Bakashi, wait, it's too late. You know just as well as I do, my dad can't survive a blast like that. Let him finish what he started. In order to save the multiverse, Myken made the ultimate sacrifice when Glacia refused to fight. Find out how it all ends today in the final episode of Universe Warriors, the final chapters. And I'm going to sort of go ahead and I'm going to read the action lines too, because you're not going to have the sound effects to understand what's going on. So then we have the title card, which is sort of like when we say the episode name, and that's Myken going, best wishes, everyone, until we meet again. Scene 1. And I'm not going to go all out and scream in this because I'm going to save my voice for the projects that we're actually working on. Father! And we actually have female voice actors in Spider-Queen, don't worry. Father! Myken. Oh, shoot. What was Kihito's voice? Is it over? Is it really over? That was it. Myken! Damn it! This is all my fault. There has to be something I can do to bring him back. I know. I can ask Lysander how he brought me back to life. Then I can bring Dad back. Then in pops the 88th Universe's Guardian Angel. What was his voice? Oh. I'm afraid that won't work, Glacia. Guardian Angel? I've come to congratulate you on a fight well fought. What do you mean by it won't work? Well, Myken used self-destruct magic in order to win. That kind of magic is strictly forbidden. Myken knew the consequence of his actions, and yet he still committed that atrocity. He even disobeyed an order from the Grand Angel himself. Oh, I lost my spot. He was warned that only you could be the one to defeat Daragon. Glacia, I'm afraid there is nothing you can ever do to bring him back. Myken will rot in hell forever. Dad! I will go to the Grand Angel at once and see if there is any hope, but I highly doubt it. Sound effect, holy transformation. If you ever wondered why in Universe Warriors, the final chapters, whenever Myken would transform or whenever the Guardian Angel would teleport, there would be like this bell that would play right before any of those sound effects. That was just sort of supposed to be like, oh, the divine power. Like, pretty cheesy, but I don't know if anyone caught that. I did that specifically on purpose. I want to see if anyone caught that so they could tell that was a sort of different power. And whenever Myken transformed into that like divine or whatever you want to call that ultimate form of his voice would echo and it would be a lot different. And that was also to sort of show that. And the Grand Angel had that voice too, was sort of just showing like the superiority. All right, back to the show. The story. And Glacia goes, damn it! Damn it! No, that was really bad. I'm so sorry. I had a better Glacia voice back then. Glacia. Glacia, there's nothing you could have done.
Don't beat yourself up.
Nothing I could have done. I could have just killed Daragon like I was supposed to.
No, Glacia. This is what your father wanted.
What?
Your father has been hurting Glacia. He's been in pain for a long time.
Oh my gosh, what was Benkei's voice? This is true. There we go. Benkei. And then Spider Queen's voice, which I can actually do Spider Queen's voice because, fun fact, Spider Queen's voice in Universe Warriors Final Chapters was pitch shift. It was really annoying, high pitched because I was sort of going for spider things. I was like, Mike had a lot of tragedy in his life. Imagine Poir, but on steroids. So many people died. I'm just going to say this normally. Maiken had a lot of tragedy in his life. He had so many people die for him.
And for the first time in his life, he wanted to be the dad he never was able to be for you. It's why he gave his life for you, Glacia. It's why he spent the last few weeks living with you and Rosé instead of training. He wanted you to have the family you deserved. Maiken's family. You and Rosé.
And then Rosé comes in. Rosé flies off, I'm sorry.
Rosé, where are you going?
Damn you, Maiken! You son of a bitch! Wow, those are some colorful language. We don't use that in Spider Queen. You took care of me as a child. You accepted me back after I betrayed you. Then I fall in love with you. Where do you think she flew off to, Bakashi?
I'm sure she just wants somewhere to cope. She was close to Maiken.
And then out of nowhere, Flara steps in, who has been renamed to Flareon in Spider Queen. Can I do the Flara voice anymore? That bastard! As soon as I come back, he has to go and die before I have the chance to kill him myself. Close enough. Flara, but I saw you die. You can't get rid of me that easily. Oh my gosh, and then there was Blaze. Blaze comes in, Rosé's brother. What was his voice? I remember Blaze's voices. Blaze's voice and Benkei's voice were so similar. Where am I? What? Is he the only one that gets love around here? I've been dead longer. Who are you? Now that hurts. Blaze, that's Spider Queen. If I talk normally, it's Spider Queen. It can't be. And then we have a sound effect of teleportation, and Rosé teleports back to the fight, to the place.
Rosé, you're back.
I came back because I thought I felt his power, but it can't be. I'm just so upset that I'm making things up. Are you, sis? If it's my power you're referring to, I'm right here. You know, I don't know why Blaze sounds like he's from Brooklyn and Rosé doesn't. But you know what? Not my problem. Actually, it is my problem. Blaze, it is you. But how? I don't know. And then Flara comes in. What was Flara's voice? It has been so long since I've done these characters. All right. I think I know how. And everyone goes, and then, hello, prestigious PG. Hi. And then everyone else comes in and goes, I think so it's right there. And then Flara comes back and goes, you and I were both killed by Cacnai. When we died, his body absorbed the DNA in our internal water source, which makes no sense, but just deal with it. When Cacnai died, the remains of our souls seeped into the universe. Maiken's big explosion was enough to give us our lives back. I bet he knew that too. And then Glacia comes in. So not only did he save my life, and every other life on the multiverse, Dad also brought you back. Maiken! And then Spider Queen comes in as this Days Ex Machina character right now and goes, come on, everyone. Let's head back to my castle and rest. We can have a feast to celebrate today's victory. Yay. Terrible thing to say. You know, oh yeah, some guy just died. Let's go have a feast, you know. And then Bakashi, to add insult to injury, goes, great idea. And they all teleport away, leaving just Blaze and Flara left on the battlefield. Yeah. Just Blaze and Flara on the battlefield. There's a Kihito line. I guess I cut that, but that one's not important. And Flara goes, there's an odd moment of silence. And Flara goes, what's the matter, Blaze? Aren't you going to go with your friends? Yeah, I'll join them soon. So, nope, then there's an awkward pause, and then it goes, so, you have the same feeling? Yeah. Well, take care of yourself, Flara. And Blaze teleports off. And then there's another moment of silence. Flara goes, you'll be back. When you do, I'll be ready to settle the score. So don't stop training, wherever you are. Maiken. And that's how the episode ended because we cut the next scene. But now is why I'm doing this live reading because I want you to see the next scene. And as I said, the next scene was written to be filmed. So the script format is a little different. It's written in film format. So now I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this like you're reading a film script now. So it's gonna be really I'm gonna have all the film stuff in here. So we have the next scene that got cut starts with fading in, and then it takes place in interior Asuka's apartment in the afterlife, day. And we have an establishing shot of her room. So that's sort of like just a wide overview shot. That's what we're getting to right now. Asked you what happens to Maiken after he blew himself up. So that's sort of what this scene that got cut what made me really upset, because you also didn't know what happened to Maiken afterwards, but this whole scene is the new scene that got cut. So I'm going to start with reading this scene that we were going to film and couldn't film, so we had to got cut. So originally we fade in, so we go from black and it slowly fades in, and it's interior Asuka's apartment, day. So that means we are inside Asuka's apartment in the afterlife, and it is currently daytime. And we have the shot is an establishing shot of the room that they're in. An establishing shot is just sort of like a basic wide shot just of establishing what the room looks like. And then we have Maiken is laying in bed in an all-white room. So we know that Asuka's room is completely white and Maiken is laying in bed, and that's all you know. That's all you see when this scene first starts. And then we have an ECU shot, so an extreme close-up shot of Maiken's face. And then Maiken opens his eyes. So his eyes are closed, and then it opens, and then his eyes opens, and then we have a close-up shot of Maiken leaning up. So now he's leaning up out of bed, and Maiken leans up, and he is confused and in pain because he just blew himself up. That hurts, I would imagine. And then our next shot is Maiken sitting in bed, and now we have Maiken's first line. I wonder what Maiken's voice. No, I'm just kidding. I know Maiken's voice. Ow! I'm so used to recording Kid Maiken and Spider Queen that I need to go back to the adult Maiken voice. All right. Ow! My head! Everything is in pain. Huh? Where am I? Am I in hell? Because remember, Maiken thinks he's in hell because he blew himself up. Am I in hell? I didn't think hell would have soft beds. Ugh. Wherever I am, my head hurts. And then, character entrance, Asuka Sandbrand. Asuka enters the room with grocery bags or a cup of coffee. Wide shot of Asuka walking in. Maiken looks up. Asuka? Asuka gasps and drops whatever in her hand, so either the grocery bag or the coffee cup. Next page. And then we have a close-up shot of Asuka. Maiken, is that really you? And then over-the-shoulder shot of Maiken. I'd hope so. Over-the-shoulder shot of Asuka. Maiken! Asuka runs over to Maiken and embraces him. So remember, Asuka has been dead for many, 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 many years, and Maiken hasn't seen her in many, many years. So then we have a wide shot of the two. We have a wide shot of the two embraced. And now Maiken goes, Asuka, where are we? And Asuka grips him tighter and really holds on to him. Because, she hasn't seen him in so long. In my apartment in heaven. I was watching the fight with Daragon. You gave your life. Why? To save our daughter. And the whole multiverse. I don't know what I'm doing here, though. I thought I was going to be rich. Yeah, good point. And then we have sound of holy communication. So you have that bell again. And the Grand Angel goes, I can't really do the Grand Angel voice without the reverb, but I'll do it anyway. Maiken! No, it's more like Maiken Sandbrand. Grand Angel, you have gone too far. So the Grand Angel is now like appearing in front of Maiken and Asuka in Asuka's apartment in the afterlife. And the Grand Angel goes, Maiken Sandbrand, Grand Angel, you have gone too far this time. Not only did you use a technique that is forbidden, you disobeyed an order from me. There is no going back from this. I have brought you here to say your goodbyes to Asuka. You are condemned to suffer for eternity in hell. Please, there has to be something he can do. He saved the multiverse so many times. Can't you let this slide? I'm sorry, Asuka. Second chances aren't given out. That being said, Maiken, are you ready for your second chance? What? That's right. You are being given a second chance. Don't mess up. The catch is fade out. And then we fade in, and it's the same room a little later. Asuka, I can't believe you were given a second chance. Yeah, but remember what he told me I had to do. I just want to stay here with you. I'll be here waiting for you until the time comes we can live together once more. Asuka, I can feel it. I'm disappearing. And Maiken's body starts disappearing. Maiken! Asuka, I love you. The two kiss. Maiken slowly fades away during the kiss. Asuka remains crying. I love you, Maiken Sandbrand. Best wishes. Until the day we meet again. Bam! Title drop of the name of the episode. And then the narrator starts the recap with the multiverse finally at peace. Maiken Sandbrand, the savior of the cosmos, takes his final leave from the 88th universe. So that was the scene that was cut. So it sort of shows that Maiken then was sent to the afterlife when he died and got to reunite with Asuka, his wife, who he hadn't seen in so long. So it's sort of a happy ending, if you want to say. But the Grand Angel ends by saying there's a catch, you have a second chance, and you don't know what that second chance is. And that's all setting up just in case we were going to come back. And then we never ended up coming back anyway. But I just wanted to share that with you guys because that whole scene was never really ever released. And as we're going forward now with the Spider Queen series, I wanted to have that just sort of in the background. I wanted to get all of the Universe Warriors, the final chapters, out of the way, so now we can officially start Spider Queen. So I thank you all for those that watched this video, that watched the live stream, and if you enjoyed this, I hope you did. I just released, literally right before this live stream started, an update video explaining, I think it's like 10 minutes long, explaining the future of the channel, what the Spider Queen series is, what all the new projects are that are coming up. And I really urge you to watch that if you are interested in the future of this channel. So once again, I thank you all for watching this, and I'll see you all next time.